Hey everybody, Zip here. I've got an interesting, not a review today, but I've got a interesting video on the economy. Now, of course, there's a lot of controversy wrapped up in the economy right now. The fact that the silver earnings in the game are quite low per battle, and the ship costs are so high, especially as you get up into the upper tiers. There's a lot of anger out there right now on this topic. A lot of people want change now. The developers want to take things slowly. I'm not going to say if the developers are doing the right thing or the wrong thing, but the people, the players, the ones who pay the bills, would like it a little bit faster. So this video is all about dealing with the economy. And what's prompted me to make this video is the fact that if a player is earning 300,000 silver per day, which is a decent amount and requires quite a few battles per day, and premium time helps a little bit with that. If you want to buy a tier 10 ship, so let's say you've got tiers 1 through 9 researched, bought, and you've got the experience for the tier 10, and you just want to buy that tier 10 ship. The average tier 10 ship cost is 24 million. I'm just going to round up to 24 million. And 24 million divided by 300,000 is 80. So that's 80 days of grinding silver to get one tier 10 ship. That's a lot. In World of Tank Splits, you can pick up the tier 10 costs are about 6 million, and you can earn up to 100,000 per battle if you have a really good battle. So it's a lot quicker to get a tier 10 ship, tank, in that game. The tier 10 product. Here, tier 9 in World of Warship Splits takes 40 days approximately. Tier 8's 20 days. Tier 7 is 10 days. You get the idea. In the lower tiers, it's not that big a deal. You can do it pretty quickly. But when you hit that tier 7, that's where things slow down. And we're not even factoring in the equipment costs. So it's really, 150 days to go from tier 7 to tier 10, it's discouraging. And that's one tier 10 line. We've got 10 tier 10 ships in game. So multiply that 150 days by those 10 lines. Let's just go from tier 7 to tier 10. You're well over 2 years. That's a lot. And here's some tips on how to earn more silver with our current economy, since we're probably going to have it for a little while longer. It seems the devs are taking their time, wanting to go slow, not overshoot the mark. But because of that, we're going to have low silver per battle. So I highly recommend picking up a carrier. Tier 6, 7, 8, 9 carriers earn really well because they have low repair costs if you're playing it right, avoiding damage, and low consumables cost, because oftentimes the consumables are used to counter damage. But if you're staying back, staying hidden, receiving as little damage as possible, you don't have to use consumables as much, which, because it's 1,000 silver per pop, up to 6,000 silver per battle, you can save a lot of coin that way. And silver saved is silver earned. Your boosters, your economic boosters, are much more effective on a carrier as well, because they'll typically earn very well, especially the Japanese line of carriers. Their offensive power in tier 6 through to 9 is so great that you can score lots of damage, have high average damage, get lots of silver, and it's helped me get a lot of the silver that I earn in game to do well in. And if you use your boosters, just use them on premium ships that earn very well, and the carriers, if you have carriers. If you don't have carriers, use your boosters only on your highest earning ships. So whatever ships you earn the most silver on, that should be what you use your boosters on. Don't waste it on ships that you're only earning 300, 400 silver or a couple thousand silver. Save it for the ships that you're earning the most silver on when you play them. It's good to use just both silver on ships that earn really well, and save your other boosters, your experience boosters, for ships where you're actually grinding the line and You need as much help as possible with the experience, but most ships earn experience well enough that although it's not perfect, far from it, it's in a better situation than the silver earnings are right now. Now, on to the consumables. One of the things I love doing is I'll let my gold cost consumables build up. We get them from daily bonuses, we get them from events, we get them from packages that we purchase in the shop when new premium ships come out, which you all know I buy lots of, so I usually wind up with lots of these. So if you're getting the gold consumables through these other means where you're not actually paying for them, let them build up. When you get to around 100 units, switch your best earning ships over to these consumables. 2 reasons. 1, you're not going to be using silver, and they're actually very effective. They're more effective than the silver purchase ones, so you actually get to carry a little bit better and have a little bit better damage control in game. So those are the 2 reasons, but let them build up, then use them. I find that works really well when you have to earn, when you're trying to grind silver for a specific ship. It boosts your silver earnings for your ships you're using quite a bit. Another thing you can do is go to the warehouse in the main menu here, and you can sell off your blueprints that you don't need. Be careful here. If there's a new line coming up that's coming out, like the recent Russian destroyer line, don't sell what you need. Okay, sell what you don't need. So basically, for instance, if you're grinding a line and you're already past the lower tiers, you can get rid of all your low tier blueprints. There is a lot of silver here to be had. If you haven't done this yet, you'll probably be shocked a little bit at how much silver you can actually get from this. This is a huge silver multiplier for your in-game purchasing. So for instance, if you're running up the current Russian destroyer line, keep the hull, keep the anti-aircraft, keep the fire control, keep the guns, keep the torpedoes, sell the rest. So just be smart about it though. And this interface here, you can sell some or all. Don't necessarily always sell all or sell just one. Pick and choose. If you know that you're going to be grinding one specific ship and you're going to need some, save a few that you're going to need and sell the rest. Be smart about it. Don't sell them all. You'll regret it later. Blueprints are a little bit of an issue in the game as well, so definitely be smart. Now, of course, you can also purchase gold or convert the gold that you get from missions, and not missions, but events, and convert that to credits. It's a good ratio. It's a better ratio than World of Tanks splits by 100 per 1 gold. But basically, it is an expensive thing to do if you're grinding up multiple lines. I've done it. I've certainly spent gold to be able to change equipment on a ship for the purposes of figuring out which equipment works best with the ship I'm about to review. It gets expensive quite a bit. Another thing you can do to help with silver earnings is to sell the previous ship that you've just been grinding. I don't like doing this. This always makes me sad, having to sell a ship I enjoy just to be able to pay for another ship. It's really not something we should be doing in game. If the economy were better, people would be able to keep the ships that they enjoy. Like I've sold the Fuso. I love the Fuso. I want to keep it, but I sold it temporarily. Eventually I'll buy it back, but it may not be for a long time. And this is bad for the game as well, because that's why this should not be. I'm writing this there because Matchmaker needs ships at all tiers to work properly. If players are always selling their previous ship to pay for the new ship, what happens is Matchmaker is not going to work properly. We're not going to have enough player distribution. So tier 7 and up, we're going to have bots for a long time, unfortunately, until the economy gets better, which is sad. What can you do about the economy? Well, besides the tips I've just given you to help you deal with the economy, it's probably worth your while, if you feel that you have to, just be honest with Wargaming, write a review, contact customer support, let them know. Don't be mean about it. Don't be a jerk. Just let them know that you'd appreciate if they could get the economy fixed a little bit sooner rather than later. This way we can maintain a healthy player base, because right now a lot of people, I've got my ear to the ground and I'm hearing a lot of people upset and a lot of people leaving the game, and that's not a good state. It's not a good thing to be happening. We need to keep people in the game for matchmaker's sake and for enjoyment's sake. We don't want to be playing bots all the time. So let's keep people in the game. And if you feel strongly about this subject, take the high road. Be nice. Go on Discord. Let the devs know what's going on. That you'd appreciate if they could speed it up a little bit. Write some reviews on the app stores, various app stores. Let them know. Don't create fake accounts. Don't go try to ruin their ratings. Just be honest. Rate it how you think it should be rated. State what you think the issues are. Let them know. Provide the feedback that they need to make the game better. The developer and player partnership is just that. It's a partnership. We all want the same thing. Players want to have an enjoyable game that we can have fun with our friends and just really have a good time. And the developers want to provide us that. Making money, of course. There's nothing wrong with that. They're a business. It's good to make money. But at the same time, that ratio of enjoyment to frustration has to be positive for the player. The game has to be challenging, but you don't want the grind aspects of a game to be such that the players are just giving up because it's too expensive to get everything that they want to get in game. They don't want to have to spend real money to get those things. Players want to spend money on ships. They want to buy premium ships that are cool. They want to buy premium time if it's worthwhile. If the credit earnings are boosted from the premium time, that's payment to advance quicker. That's been wargaming's bread and butter for years. And players are willing to pay for that, and they will pay for that. But paying to convert gold into silver is not something many players are going to do. And even if there are lots of players that do it, I've done it myself, I can't sustain that. It's too expensive. Okay, I'll stop there. I'm getting a little ranty, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to rant, and I'm not going to rant. I'm just going to leave it here. I hope the tips I provided will help you deal with the economy the way it is, and I sincerely hope that this video I've just made is completely irrelevant by the time the next update drops. I really hope that. I hope that this video, I can delete it and kiss it goodbye and never have to think about the days when the economy was so poor. So, take care. Thanks for watching.